And it's gotta be Cinnamon Toast Project. That's the only thing that's soothing my soul. Turn on the TV to
What's going on, my people? This is Soul Brother number 1. This is Rashad Waters. I'm in the house here, ready to talk about some BLACKkKLANSMAN. Of course, this is color commentary, where we give you views from another side. You know what I'm saying, brother? So right on. Let's go ahead and get into this thing here. I'm going to go ahead and bring on my first co-host here. What's going on, my brother? Mr. Danny Quick, man. What's up, man?
What's going on, Soul Brother? You know we talking jive today. No, I'm not. I don't speak jive. I only speak the King's English. But you know who it is.
They don't have jive in Mebane.
No, but it's your boy Danny J. Quick. You know who it is. It's your boy Danny J. Quick. Fourth Wall Productions, Ace Blade and the Gang. Fourth Wall Productions. Lumberjacks number 1 just came out by any means. And I do not think it's a coincidence that that this BLACKkKLANSMAN movie came out and they're talking about Trayvon Martin and that we finally got this book done. So I know I usually save this to the end, but go check that out. Lumberjacks number 1. What about you, brother, Soul Brother number 3, number 2? Which one am I, 2 or 3? Who is who?
He's B. You're 2 and he's B. There you go. So everybody's equal.
What's up, my soul brothers and all my soul people?
Right on.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to talk like this. What's up, soul brother number 1, soul brother number 2? Oh yeah, R right there. But you know, this is your boy. I'm taking your stuff. Yeah, it's your boy Chuck Taylor here. With KFX Party Easy. I'm ready to get into this review. I actually just watched the movie, so I'll be really, I guess, fresh for you guys. So hopefully I don't ramble too long. I'm going to use my timer. I got it set. Let's go.
Right on, brother. All right, let's go ahead and hit this on the mainline side, my man. Mr. Danny J. Quick, man. Mr. Contrarian, bro. Go ahead and sling on in there, man.
You want to go to what we liked first or what we didn't like?
Yeah, I said go ahead and sling on in there, man. Well, how much more clear I need to be, my man?
Well, I did enjoy it. I'm not gonna be the contrarian this time. I'll probably have more negatives than y'all will, but I enjoyed the movie. It was very, very good. One of Spike Lee's better movies. His joints. One of Spike Lee's better joints. I even talked on Facebook about his top 5 movies, and I really loved He Got Game. And this one is almost at that level to me, and it even more because of the emotional impact that it had and the relevance to today and what's going on in the world. John David Washington did a spectacular job for this to be, his first real big screen adaptation. I could hear his dad in his voice at times. He did great. Your boy Kylo Ren did a great job. Supreme Leader Snoke. He did a great job. Adam Driver.
Why did I not know that was him?
You didn't know that was him?
I was looking at him like, I've seen that guy somewhere. Who the heck is that?
That old twisted up nose he has? Come on, that was Kylo Ren.
The mustache hit it all. I couldn't even tell. I was like, he's doing pretty good acting too, boy. He's a good guy. I like these guys. Go ahead.
Really great. Your boy Topher Grace, Venom from Spider-Man 3. He destroyed the David Duke role. I remember going back and watching some video of him and remember and thinking David Duke seems like a nice guy. Like this dude is one of the most sinister people in the world, but he has this thing that he can do, in front of people to make him seem like he's, just a regular person, and he's really not. These folk are some of the most evil people on the face of the planet, and you wouldn't know it if you walked beside him in the street. You wouldn't know if you were working right next to him. You wouldn't know. And I like that they shine some light on that. During the investigation, they showed, these guys are right in the military. These guys are, elected officials. These guys are in the police department. So it goes to show, that you never really know who it is that who you're living and working beside. They could have horrible intentions for you and your family. And that's why, While we say that the Klan is the same as a terrorist organization, you sitting right here in your house and you don't know if the people down the street from you want to kill you, and especially in a place like where I live, Graham, North Carolina, there's a Confederate monument right down the street. So that kind of stuff is really really poignant and pertinent to me and my family, and I like the humor in it. I like that certain parts were funny. The scene where he was trying to get they were trying to match their voices, and they did that little thing where they went back and forth, and he was giving them the speech and he was saying it back to him. That was hilarious to me. It really connected me to the characters, and you know, I really just liked it, especially the editing. The editing in the movie was fantastic. I talked about Ant-Man and how the edit in that movie was horrible, but this movie, the overlays, the audio from one scene when you're in the banquet and you're seeing the Birth of a Nation playing, and then you go back to who was it, Harry Belafonte, giving his, and how they juxtaposed the two things going on at the same time. It was just amazing. I really did enjoy it. It was a good movie. I wish I had more time to talk about it, but y'all got me on the timer, so I'll kick it over to you, Chuck. What do you think?
Let me start that timer. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. Just got home from seeing it. It was very well written. Definitely one of my, I would say probably the best Spike Lee joint, at least that I can think of right now. Like, I haven't watched a lot of them that recently, but yeah, it definitely leaves an impact. I really like the cast they put together. It was funny, I just found out that was Denzel Washington's son not that long ago, because I actually watch him on Ballers a lot. So I was like, I know this guy because I watch him on Ballers all the time. And I was like, oh, that's Denzel's son? That's Denzel kid? I was like, oh. So I definitely was excited to hear once I found out that they were related. I didn't know. But, you know, I really like how, I guess, the cast did really well together. Everybody meshed together. Everybody played their role almost to the T. Everybody was very believable. The people that were, you know, for the cause, and everybody had their own opinions. So it was very true to how, like, we think of today. Like, we look at the world in our own view, our own viewpoint. So it's like seeing the actors portray that, you know, and seeing like this guy really thinks this is wrong, or, you know, America's being, you know, destroyed by this. You know, he believes it. They believe it down in their soul. They have so much hatred there, they can't even change anything, and they played that role to a T on the movie. And it was kind of cool to kind of see the different levels. You know what I'm saying? It's like normally on most movies you see like just a hate person, like the person that's going to string them up and kill them, drag them through the thing. But like you saw like the more calm guys, more you know, thoughtful. Yeah, the people that just don't think about anything. They're just like kind of dumbfounded almost. You had those in there. And then you had just the people that I'm just mad. I'm mad at the world. I'm mad at this, and I want to do something about it type of thing. And
the fat dude just wanted some friends, you know?
Yeah. And even, the people that just wanted some friends. Even on the other side, you know, with the Black Power side, you saw different portions of how they thought. Like, you know, but I really enjoyed the movie because it left you with a lot of thinking, it was a very thoughtful movie and how it brought its message, so that the audience could really go home and like think about what they are doing. Like that ending in the movie was very impactful, because it was like you felt good because you felt like a good roller coaster, like a movie does, and the hero won at the end. But then like that end credit is like just like takes you all the way back to like, this is real life, guys. Like this is really happening. It's not like at some, you know, some slave movie that you saw like 100 years ago and they're, you know, just remaking it now. This is something that just happened a year ago, a couple days ago. So it's like, it makes you really think to yourself, like, what can I do to help be that change? I forget the guy that was speaking, that he went undercover. What was his name? When he went undercover to the
white dude?
No, the Denzel's son. No, when he went undercover to listen to that speaker. What was that speaker's name?
David Duke?
No.
In the beginning.
David Duke. He went to listen to.
Yeah, it was Stokely Carmichael slash what's his other name?
Kwame
Uh,
Ture.
Kwame Ture,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, like listen to his speech and just talking about like you are the like who if you're not gonna do it, who's gonna do it type of thing. Like basically like challenging you. Like we always look at like, well, somebody else can start a revolution, not revolution, but never start change. It's like, yeah, there'll be somebody else there, and we'll march with them. We'll help support them. But like, really, look yourself in the mirror. Like, you need to be that change. Like, what can you do to help change this country and this world? And you know, it just starts with each person. So I really enjoyed the film. It was really well written. Spike Lee deserves a great hand, and it was definitely needed. It was definitely needed. It's perfect for this time to really get people focused because I can just see stuff escalating so much and just going so much. If we don't remember, I guess, where we came from. Okay. Anyways, if we don't remember where we came from, then we're gonna go right back down that path. And I definitely don't want to go down that path my parents had to come up in and my grandparents had to come up in. So I want us to stop this, have love and understand each other. And we're all human beings here on this earth. So, you know, just get along and be able to live peacefully. But go ahead, Rashad. What did you like about the movie?
Nice.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm right with you guys, man. For me, I was amazed at how much I liked the movie because they kind of brought me in based on it. It wasn't a comedy, but it was an interesting situation that had funny parts to it. So I wasn't expecting it to get as serious as it did. And right when, again, that scene with Harry Belafonte versus him talking about what was happening with that young man and how they castrated him and how they cut him and they burned him alive. And that was bad enough. And then they took his body parts and sold them as souvenirs. And they had the kids to come out and watch it. And they made postcards. I'm like, how sick are you people? You know, but then you're watching that, and then you are again going back and forth with that same scene with David Duke, and he's talking about, you know, the purity of the Aryan blood, and you know, and all these different symbolisms, and oh man, it was so amazing, man. It just really got you in your feelings, you know, to hear that type of stuff, man. I was just completely blown away by that. Um, and like I said, I wasn't expecting it to get that deep at all. The other thing I really liked about it was that entire ending sequence. It looks like I liked the same things that you guys did. So at the end, it seemed like your boy Ron, like it seemed like he won, you know. But then all of a sudden, first of all, the chief was like, "No, you can't be a part of this. We have to close this investigation." You're like, seriously? Like after all of this? And then after that, you know, he's hanging out with Patrice, and all of a sudden there's a knock on the door, and they both pull out their guns, and that was cool. And how they was that whole scene about zooming in. I was surprised you didn't mention this one, Danny. How they were zooming in down the hallway. I thought that was beautiful. And then you see the cross burning outside. You know that this still ain't over. But then to go from there and to take it to now with Charlottesville and everything that's going on, it was so beautiful because again, just like you were saying, Charlie, sometimes when we watch a movie like that, you're like, oh man, it was sure bad in the past. I'm glad that stuff didn't happen anymore. And I don't think that we necessarily feel that way. I think we kind of leave those movies feeling like, man, that kind of made me mad. But this movie spoke to an audience that was greater to us that say that, no, I know everybody wants to say that was in the past, but look at this. This is happening right now. Look, pay attention. I mean, honestly, you know, to me, it kind of felt like, you know, when you have a dog and, you know, your dog doodles on something. The way I was taught is that you take the dog's nose and you just stick it over there near the doo-doo. Like, look what you did. Look what you did, you know. So the dog knows, oh, that's bad. That stinks. And to me, this movie did that. It's like, look what you did. You know, you can't get away from this. You can't just bury this and say, oh, that was something in the past or whatever. No, here it is right there in front of you. So it was just amazing to me when I left the movie theater. And again, I hate to compare it to Infinity War because Infinity War is not real. But that thing about at the end of Infinity War where everything was absolutely quiet. That's how it was at the end of this movie. It was just quiet. It was silence. it was wow, so
Definitely.
amazing. So I guess we'll go ahead and get into the anything that you dislike. So how did this movie fail to you, Danny?
Fail, I wouldn't say this is the one movie I won't say actually, like I can't say that it failed in any way. I think it reached its objective. The only area that I'll say that it did fail in is that I don't think it's going to reach the people who really need to see it. I think the people who really need to have their eyes opened by this film are probably too far gone to to learn anything from it. The people, I went and saw it in Chapel Hill, and there's a largely white, white population there, and me and my wife were some of the only black people that were in the movie theater. And like I always said, it's not all white people. It's not the majority of white people that are the problem. But that small little terrorist cell can be really impactful. I do think that it's good for regular white folks to see this, so that they don't just let it keep happening, so that they know to speak up when they see something, when something say something. But the only thing I can say that it really failed at was that the people who really need to see it won't even go watch it because they're too far gone. Also, the racists in the movie seemed stupid. Like, they seemed like stupid people, and they are stupid people for just being racist, but like they seemed like just dummies. Like, oh, they can't help being racist because they're stupid. Like the fat guy who just wanted to be friends, he just seemed like a drunk. The one who was denying that the Holocaust happened, stupid stuff like that. These people are just seem so stupid, like that it seemed like just, oh, they're just dumb. They can't help their stuff. They're stupid. So racism is a byproduct of your stupidity. The only one who seemed intelligent was David Duke, and he was being fooled the whole movie. So that I kind of wish that they would have. This is weird to say, but I kind of wish they would have portrayed the racist in a better way, so people could, so, like in Get Out, in the movie Get Out, they did a good job of portraying real life attributes that people who are well intentioned could connect with themselves, and I wish this movie maybe had done that. But
Real quick, Tori. So let me ask you a question. So I guess one thing I was wondering, because I did see some of the I guess races that were in the movie. It seemed to be different ones. Like the ones that I guess that got more screen time was the the one that had the explosion plot going on with him. Like you saw his crew more, but then you also saw the more sophisticated side. When you saw the whole group of Klansmen, like what they did. I don't know. I guess that was just my thing. I thought it was a variety of different ones there, but definitely the ones that were kind of the bad guy of the movie. They focus on the slow guy and the one that was in hate.
Yeah, you're right. They did a good job. I mean, showed that there was a variety of them, like the ones that were in the military and the the politicians and stuff. But the ones that took the most of the screen time were I just think the ones that took the most of the screen time were just portrayed as stupid. But it didn't bother me. I mean, the movie was still great. And I want to see what you say about the music, because a lot of the times it seemed like the music didn't match, like the action scenes. The music was just like the somber, like when he was racing, it was like, and I was like, what is going, like, why is it playing this music right now when this dude I'm like, I understand this. I understand that it's the theme of the movie, but should it be, like, can't you like do a variation of it, like they did? like But you know, those are the only things.
You had to pay extra for variations.
You didn't hear when they chopped it up. They dropped the bass line on one of them. It was like doom, no, 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 no. Like when it got real serious, it got loud. I was like, doom, no, 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 no. They want us to remember that tune, boy. I'm like, I'm leaving they're like doom, no, 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 no. Like it's like a Shaft movie or something. It's like Shaft.
That's what it felt like. It felt like a Shaft movie to me. That's what it felt like. But that's all for me. What about you, Chuck? What do you think? How do you think the movie failed?
I think I gotta say it failed. It had so much good about it. I guess the only nitpicking thing I can think of, I didn't really care for the female lead. I know she was in Spider-Man, but I don't know. I just could not.
I didn't recognize her in Spider-Man at all. I just found out today.
Yeah, she was the one that was in the car with the white daddy, you know, the vulture kid. But so I don't know. Just seeing her, like she just, I don't know. It didn't really come together when I couldn't really believe her when I was watching her act. Like she's really that fast. Like she doesn't seem like her friends seem more realistic than her. Like not saying like skin color or anything had to do with it, just like the way they acted about situations. She kind of seemed like she was acting like it, and the other one seemed like she was living it. So it seemed like more believable. I was like, okay, they can go to somebody else. I don't really like. I can't be with a cop, a pig, or such and such. I'm like, he just saved your life. Like, literally just saved you and your friend's life. What are you talking about? You just sound such like an idiot. Can somebody write you some better lines right here, give you better dialogue? Ain't you supposed to be educated? I mean, her logic was just skewed to me so much. I was like, yeah, the same people, no offense, like, yeah, you can say you don't like policemen, but if somebody break into your house or somebody put y'all at gunpoint, you're going to be calling 911 just like everybody else. Right. And want somebody to make sure they come and save you. So don't act like everyday policeman is like that. That's the one thing I don't like about the whole spectrum. I don't want us to be on the black side say, oh, everybody white or every policeman is bad. And then, just like you don't want people on the other side saying every black person is the same. I saw this black person shot this person, so all y'all the same. It's like, no, nobody wants to be cast out like that. So I didn't like that part of the movie with her. She had some good parts, but just she could do a little better than me. Other than that, like you said, the music, I liked most of the music, but then after I kept hearing his little, I guess, what do you call that? His little music, his background music. It was so funny because it got like angry background. It was different versions. It was like soft, and then it was like the scary kind, and it was like the ease kind, and it was like but it's all the same tune. Right. I was like, okay, Spike, we got it. So, but other than that, it was a really good film. I think everything else was straight. How about you, Rashad?
See, that's funny to me because I feel like my job here as a musician is done because I feel like I've been influenced my friends here to pay attention to me. Because a few years ago, they were like, la, 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 music is playing, la, 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 la. There was music in that, really? Now they analyze the stuff. For me, I was so caught up in the movie, I couldn't tell you a thing about the music. I literally couldn't. I didn't hear a thing. I was so caught up over listening to Harry Belafonte talking about castrating that boy. I couldn't tell you a thing about no music. But, okay, so as far as how the movie failed to me, you know what? When the movie started, I liked it initially, and then my like in the movie started to decrease. I'm gonna tell you the scenes where I started to kind of not like the movie as much. The first one was like when they got to that dance scene. I didn't understand why that scene was so long. Like it seemed to be like 3 to 5 minutes, way too long.
I forgot about that one. I was wondering, like, is something about to happen on this thing? Right. Like some explosion?
Right, exactly. It's like nobody's talking. No, it's just the plot is not being developed. Like we got it. They're having a good time. They're black people. They have a connection with music. They've got soul. We got it. It doesn't take us 8 minutes to get it. You know what I mean? But that part was way too long to me.
Spike Lee has a break in the film where it's just like either somebody's dancing or somebody's giving a speech or there's music and some kind of art form is presented. Like that's one of Spike Lee's one of his signature things that he does in his film. It always happens.
That scene with at the speech was borderline right there. Like, you're showing the black faces. Like, I was cool with the black faces, but it was borderline getting to the point. Like, okay, I got it. We're seeing black faces. You know, it was almost there. But that had some that didn't make no sense. Are you trying to show off the guns over here? I know we having a gun show up in here. Shoot, I got.
It's hot.
I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call a fat gun, but I'm gonna keep my guns stored away. There was some that don't make no sense things in this. Like, okay, here's the that don't make no sense. The chiefs seem to be so intent on the fact that the Black Panthers and organizations associated with them were like the biggest threat to America, right? And they spent a lot of time building that up and say, hey, you're going to do this and blah, blah, blah. What happens if somebody pulls a gun on you? Like, they spent a lot of time with that. So to come back and say, and him to say, hey, let's investigate the KKK. And they're just like, okay, let's investigate the KKK too. It just doesn't seem right. If the chief was so excited about going after the Black Panthers, I would have felt more like he would have been like, the KKK? I don't know. Those guys, I've never really seen them do anything. Maybe we should take our time with that before we can do that. Maybe we should finish our investigation with the Black Panthers first. Like, it just didn't, if he was so intent on the Black Panthers, it just didn't seem to make sense to me that he would be so easily convinced to go ahead and go along with the Ku Klux Klan. And then the fact that, like they said, go ahead.
He didn't do a good job with that, because and when I started reading the book, and in the book, like, it was a longer period of time between, you know, those two things. Like, it seemed like it happened right then. Like, after, as soon as he got done with the meeting, with the Kwame Ture, then he, you know, the next week or something he was. But in the book, it seemed like he was in there, you know, some time before he got to start that investigation. So they didn't do a good job with that.
No, they didn't. And then even beyond that, like Adam Driver, Kylo Ren, he goes and says, like, yeah, a rookie has never led an investigation. Okay, but what about that? Why is this rookie black man leading an investigation at an all white police station? It just doesn't. That should have been a bigger deal about why they trusted him to get into that. So, you know, those type of things for me at the beginning of the movie, it really didn't make a lot of sense. But again, as the movie progressed, I really got into it and really liked it. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I got to say about the BLACKkKLANSMAN. So you guys ready to talk about whether people should see it and give your closing spiels?
Yep.
All right. I'll take that as a yes. Go ahead, Danny.
So absolutely go see it. Go see it in the theater. It's a great film. Absolutely.
You have to see it at a theater because it's not available online. We all checked.
It's horrible. It's horrible, but yeah.
I wanted to support the movie. Trust me, I did. But then I was forced to support the movie. I was like, okay, fine, Spike, I'll give you my money.
Spike was not letting that go, bootleg boy.
No,
But it's true. You do have to go see it in the theaters. You're not gonna find it anywhere else. But it is worth the price of the ticket. I think you will learn something if you go see it. And just go see it. But that's it for me. Like I said, go check out the Lumberjacks. If you like the BLACKkKLANSMAN, I think you'll love the Lumberjacks. My homeboy Morgan wrote it. Fourth Wall Productions put it together with our new distributor, Short Fuse Media Group. So I think you'll love it. It's out this week, and I'll put the link in the description down there somewhere. But that's it for me. Until next time, stay vigilant, my friends. I'm out.
So, brother Chuck Taylor. So, brother B.
So, brother B. But yeah, you know, I had a great time with this film. It's definitely one of our I guess better films to review. It really made us think. It wasn't just a fun hee-haw, you know, magical world, you know, trying to get out of reality, you know, really made you jump back in. So be prepared when you go, you know. You may have some feelings. You're gonna be in your feelings, like Mr. Soul Rashad said. You will be in your feelings throughout the whole show. But yeah, Nothing really going on right now. We're gonna get ready for next year with KFH Party Easy with some of these mega parties. We got some big blockbusters next year, so definitely, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Nice. And of course, for me, man, yeah, it's an absolute yes. You should see this movie. This movie is a must. I think that people will enjoy the fact that it is funny and interesting, and there's some odd situations that the guys get themselves into. Also, I didn't give any props to Kylo Ren, and because let me just point out, I cannot stand Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. I think he's horrible. I think he just stick to doing dramas, because he was great in this movie. Like, matter of fact, to me, I think he had one of the best scenes where he talked about growing up, being Jewish, but not really growing up Jewish, and say, I was just another one of the white kids. I thought that was a fantastic scene. And Denzel and so Junior, yeah, I definitely picked up. Like, I didn't know that was him, but I was like, that must be Denzel's son, because he talks just like him. So maybe he'll be in the Equalizer sequel, and hopefully that one will be good. Oh boy. Terrible. Go see this movie, guys. So that's our show. Make sure you take a look in the description so you can find other shows like ours, and other shows like this one. And you can check out the playlist with other great movies that we've done here. Also, make sure to go to those comments. Leave a comment. Let's hear what you have to say. And of course, you got to subscribe to survive. This again has been Color Commentary, where we give you views from our Arbor side. Peace.
And it's gotta be Zimmerman Toast Project.
So guys, so I got a story for you real quick here. It involves a man versus beast. So the other day I was sitting in my house, man, and I kept hearing this buzzing, but it wasn't continuous. But I could tell it was something big. I thought it was like one of those horse flies, but it wasn't like, it was like, I said, what the heck is that? So, I'm just going about my day, and I start to wash some clothes. And I open the dryer, and in the dryer is a wasp with a stinger about that long. So I close that mug real quick. I said, shoot, I need to take care of this. So I grabbed some Lysol. And most guys, if you don't know, pretty much any spray will kill a bug. The only thing you got to do is just spray it on its wings so it falls down. So I opened the door, and I had that bottle of Lysol, and I was like, I just went to town on that mug, just spraying them all up, because he had already survived being in the dryer once, right? Then I closed the door, right? So, okay. So then I let him sit for like a half hour. I was like, okay, this mug, he's going to die. He's definitely going to be dead in a half hour, right? So I came back, and I had my Lysol in hand, ready to take him out. And this mug flew out right past me, like, oh, my Jesus. So then I ran back to my bedroom and the bathroom and closed up everything. And let me tell y'all, I went Rambo. I grabbed me a shirt that I could button up my neck in, and I put a suit on. I put a suit on. And some socks. And I had a glove. And I had my Lysol in my right hand. And then I did find some wasp spray. And then I started looking out for that mug, boy. And the music was playing. Da, 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 like that was, of course, I couldn't spray the wasp spray all over the house. So finally I got back to the kitchen and I saw him in there, and there he was, spinning around on the ground because he was dazed from the Lysol. So I shot that mug with the wasp spray about 10 feet away, and I crushed him. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Well, I had to make sure he was incapacitated first. So I got over there, and he buzzed me again, and then put on my shoe, and bam, he was done. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, I'm gonna vote that to be at the end of the video. We try to say under time. Oh my God!
We made a video more than 30 minutes. We did so good until he came up with that.
No, you better do something else.
Ain't gonna be over 30 minutes. That was like a 2-minute story.
And it's gotta be Zimmerman Toast Project. That's the only